Telepathy.
Telepathy.
Your favorite podcast on the internet.
With Enzo Antonio and Anna Catherine.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Telepathy. This is episode 108, aka one episode since 107, which was our caffeine episode, which ironically, this is coffee number 2 of the day, meaning that after I finish this, I will have had 6 shots of espresso. So anything I said in the last episode, delete it, void it.
Yes, guys, it is episode 108. Today, we're going to be talking about, we're kind of going to be reprising on a topic that we've previously talked about, / we just like to talk about a lot, you know, like it never fully goes away. And that is concerts and concert culture and concert etiquette. But with this episode is more centered around the concept of concerts on social media and like having to film concerts and what a concert looks like through a 10-second Instagram reel or TikTok. So
yes, everything in the world, it changes and our opinions change and new information is presented. So of course we have to revisit our thoughts and feelings sometimes. So that is exactly what we're doing in today's episode. I love the term reprise. It's very musical theater. This is concert culture reprise. So yes.
Of course, yes.
But we're going to start with our telepathy traditions as always. So episode 108 is an even number. So that's not my job.
That is my job because I cover the camp questions on the even number days.
The work has been delegated to you. If we're using like corporate America vocabulary.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Name, age, and I did not think of a camp question yet. Ooh, okay, I have one. I have a new one that we haven't done before. Okay. Name, age, and what's your favorite board game or card game?
Ooh. I don't know if we've done this or if I'm just getting deja vu, but once again, our opinions change from time to time. So one thing about
telepathy, we have done it.
One thing about telepathy is we will do a reprise. So this episode is all about reprising. So hi, I'm Enzo. I'm 18. And I think my favorite card game / board game is Uno. And now I feel like we might have done this question and I might have answered the same, but we love a refresh. Sure? I could just be like,
I don't remember doing it.
No, I might just be making this up in my head, but I love Uno. I think it's so fun. Honorable mention to BS, the card game. I feel like I said the same thing before. I don't know why I'm getting deja vu, but once again, BS is such a fun card game, and I don't even know how to play cards traditionally, but one thing about BS is I will get super into it, and I'm an okay liar. Like, it's like a 50-50 chance, you know, like maybe sometimes they'll call BS on me. Other times I'll get away with a little peanut butter. So we love, if you don't know BS, that probably meant nothing to you, but you guys should get into BS.
It's a great game. My name's Anna. I'm 22. And I would say in the next episode I'll be 23, except I think we're going to record again tomorrow, which is still a day before my birthday.
We love preparation and proactivity though.
Yes, but I am, in fact, still 22. I will say that I think my favorite board game is Catan because it never really gets old, and I play it a lot with like my extended family, and it's something that we all love to play together. So that one's fun. I also love a good like long, tedious, traditional board game such as Monopoly. Nobody wants to play Monopoly anymore, but I do because I love it. But everyone's like, oh, it takes too long. It's not fun. But like, what's more fun than owning? Yeah. But what's more fun than owning all of the houses and properties on a street? I don't.
Oh, I want to do that in real life. No, I'm just kidding. We hate monopolizing.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have music shout outs this week? I mean, obviously you do. But what are they?
Yes, I'm only shouting out one song, so progress, I guess. I'm actually able to make my picks more concise. I'm dragging out every thought, though, so that cancels out. Anyways, this week I'm shouting out Cantissimo by Marina.
That's such a good song.
I love her new album, and I guess that was one of the singles, and sometimes I have a bad habit of ignoring the singles in an album because I'm like, we've already heard this, whatever, but I was walking to class, and they were like, Cantissimo. I was like, this is so good. So into the September playlist she went, and into the telepathy playlist she goes as well, which Anna can explain in just a moment.
Indeed. My shout out this week is going to be a new song by Magdalena Bay. It's called Second Sleep. They just released it like this week. It was just a random like single,
Love.
like whatever. And yes, the Telepathy playlist, if you are not aware, is a playlist where we put all of our songs. It's currently on Spotify. If you want to find it, you can go to our Instagram at the Telepathy Pod. We have a highlight with the title playlist where you can click it, and it has the link to our playlist where you can follow, listen to all of our songs that we shout out every single week. Great playlist.
A lot of variety in there.
Yes. Do you have any movie or TV shout outs for us this week?
In my film screening, I watched It Happened One Night, and it was so good. It's from the 1930s. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to give you the wrong date. And I will study it, I promise, because my exam is this Thursday. So,
do you have to like memorize the date and stuff of movies?
I don't know, but I probably should because it has to do with production codes and stuff like that. Anyways, It Happened One Night. So good. Guys, I love rom-coms so much. Like, I've decided this is my favorite genre. Rom-coms are my thing. Well, okay, musicals are my favorite genre, but okay.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that I need to get you in the room with Moulin Rouge again.
I knew that's where that was going.
Because it's literally a musical rom-com.
Yes, I have never been opposed to rewatching Moulin Rouge.
I know.
Because if you guys don't know, that's Anna's favorite
movie.
Yes, favorite movie. And the one time that we watched it together, I think we made it barely to the end because I started having an allergic reaction to Anna's cat and my eye was like swollen shut. So I was not locked in on the movie. So I'm definitely open to revisiting that. But yeah, I gave this movie a 4.5 on Letterboxd. And the reason why it's not a 5 is because there was no music, which I also said in my Letterboxd review. And then I have a second quick shout out.
No music.
Yes.
No music.
Oh, yes, Coco. Anyways.
From Coco.
Oh, my brain is all over the place. My second shout out is on Friday night. I stayed in and I watched Grease and it was amazing. Guys, I talk about all of this in my upcoming YouTube video on Friday. So subscribe to Enzo Antonio on YouTube. Turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss when I upload that because I talk more about it. But Telepathy, of course, gets the exclusive preview because you guys are like the OGs, the real ones, the VIPs. Well, I love my YouTube girlies as well. I love them all. Okay,
wait. Can you tell me what water bottle brand you're drinking from? Because it looks like a Contigo, but it's not.
Oh, it's definitely like an off-brand Target one. It's Zuck with a K and an exclamation point.
Does the straw come out like a Contigo or no?
It's got a little seal action going on here. I do have a lot of iced coffee in here though, so I don't want to like test this now. But
see, the difference is if you had a Contigo, you would confidently rip the straw out and turn it upside down.
Yeah, I don't hold you to that, but also I got this one because it was like the cheapest at Target because I'm not paying. Why can I not talk today? Maybe because I need to slow down. I am not paying $40 for a Stanley. Sorry, someone had to say it, and it was me.
Yeah, well, this thing right here is $17.
Do you have like a code or something? You're acting very like sponsored right now.
No, I have a code, but my code's only going to have like $2 off. So you might as well just
wait. Are you serious?
Save your time and buy it full price.
Do you actually have a code?
I don't have like a code, but I have like I can like hook you up with one.
Oh, I literally forgot where you worked for a second. I was so confused. Okay. For a second, I was like, not you doing brand deals like secretly? Like, yes.
Wait, no, that's so funny. It's like, you're like, do you have a code? It's like, I mean, yeah.
I was like, why are we gatekeeping? Okay. Do you have any movie shout outs?
Nothing like new except that I rewatched The Aristocats a week ago and, you know, never disappoints.
Yes.
Love that movie.
Actually, I don't know why I was doing that. I can't remember the last time I've seen The Aristocats. Guys, there's like a whole list of stuff that I need to revisit. But yeah, anything interesting in your week happened or is happening in the future?
So, as I said, my birthday is in a few days. And my mom came over the weekend to like spend the weekend with me. And I got a new phone. I got the iPhone 17. I was actually like fully prepared to get the 16 because I thought it would be cheaper. And I was like, I mean, no point in getting the 17 if it's way more expensive. But it ended up being cheaper with our like phone plan or whatever. And
Did
I
you
got
get
the blue
Air
one. No, I got the normal, just
Okay.
normal. Like, not the Pro, not the Air, just the, like, standard. I was unsure what color to get because they're honestly, all the colors this drop are really nice. Like, the white, I kind of wanted to get white. And then I kind of wanted green because obviously green is my favorite color. But I was like, the purple's nice. Yeah, and like the purple was honestly, I'm not a purple person, but the purple was really nice. But like I've had the lilac iPhone 11 for most of my life now. So I was like, I'll switch it up. The only color that they had in stock was the light blue. So I was like, I'll just take that, you know?
This is your
And
sign.
crazy. The first AT&T store that my mom and I went to, we were like in the middle of talking to the sales rep, and this guy walks in and walks out very quickly. And it took me a second to realize, but this guy just stole 3 phones from the AT&T store. It was like, he didn't steal the display phones. He stole the ones that were like, this guy was about to purchase some phones for his family, I think, so they were already out on the table. This guy just walks in, swipes the 3 phones off the table, and walks out.
And it
took everyone in the store a second to realize what was going on because this guy he did it so smoothly. Like nobody batted an eye until he was gone. And then we were like, wait, what the heck just happened? So then the workers had to like call their manager and then call the police or whatever. So then we left because they didn't have any iPhone 17s. So we left and went to a different AT&T store, which did have them in stock. And that was where I got my phone. But yeah, other than that, I just have a really busy week at work. We're pre-recording an episode tomorrow because it's my birthday, and then I go on a trip with my study abroad friends this weekend. It's like not really my birthday trip, it just happens to be my birthday weekend. But we're just doing like a trip to the mountains, which will be fun. So
Make
yeah,
it
it's
into
like
a birthday
officially
trip.
fall. Exactly.
Like you have to make it about you now, which is
yeah, exactly.
fun.
Now like everyone has to bring me gifts.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. They don't actually have to bring me gifts.
No, they do actually.
I'll just leave it up to them. But yeah, I think it's like almost officially fall, guys. It's almost October. It's almost spooky season. I decorated for Halloween. I went to IKEA and got some Halloween decorations. I have this cat pillow, ghost blanket, some spiders, pumpkin, candy corn. It's
everything
all, guys.
Halloween.
It's fall.
Like she's here. I ordered my Halloween costume today.
Wait, what are you gonna be?
Okay, so of course, like in college, you have to come up with a couple ones. This is the most modest one, and it's Morticia Adams.
Oh, I knew it.
And I got it off of Depop, which is great because I was trying to be like, oh, so thrifted, like Halloween vibes, you know? So yeah, I got it off of Depop, and I have no other week recaps, honestly, like just still here in college. I talk more about my feelings with that in my upcoming YouTube video. I hate to like plug that, but like I don't want to bore you because I'm just going to say the same things on Friday. So go watch that to see how life is going, but nothing super eventful. I had my first music exam on Friday, which was fun. I have more exams this week. So kind of scary, but this is a good segue. I'm trying to get a ticket for ACL this weekend, which is the festival here in Austin.
Austin City Limits. Right?
Yes. And so that would be exciting because that's like 50 different concerts in one. So that's a perfect segue into our topic of concert culture. Wow, such a smooth transition.
Wow, we're so good at this.
Okay, so this all started today when I was having my lunch in the dining hall, and well, it didn't like all start because of this, but this was like a main catalyst in me wanting to talk about concert culture. That was weird wording, but from the creator at Hi Cameron, like Hi as in HAI. So she talked about going to Addison Rae as a 28-year-old, which like she's still Gen Z. Like this is not like grandma age, you know what I mean? But she talked about her experience and just some of the negative sides of it. And it wasn't particularly about Addison herself. Like she said that her performance was great. It was fun, but it was mostly about the environment and the concert attendees that made it a negative experience. And she had talked about how she'd gone to a bunch of different concerts at the same venue, like a lot of different genres. So like she was familiar with that location. And just being on the floor and not having a good time because people were shoving. She said that she felt like there was no community at the concert and that everybody was just trying to film the whole time, but not in the way where it's like you're enjoying the concert and looking at the artist. No, she said that people were trying their best to have the most like stable camera angle so they could post on TikTok and get the best little clip or whatever. And just how nobody felt present or was dancing or having a good time or anything. It was all very digitally influenced. And I feel like this is such a real thing at concerts. And one of the things that like maybe you want to talk about this and update you guys since our last concert culture episode was because I think that artists getting clipped for like small pieces of their performance and then that being on TikTok and then suddenly it can really impact how the general public perceives an artist tour because now there's like a 30-second clip maybe where they're taking a break or maybe they're not singing and there's like a backtrack for 30 seconds of the show. And suddenly now the entire comment section is like, you're a terrible performer, you don't sing live, no stage presence, no energy, go girl, give us nothing, etc. So that's just something that I've been thinking a lot about recently.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I feel like obviously with social media, like it's like concerts weren't meant to be seen as a 10-second clip on social media. Which another problem with this is probably the price of tickets. Like you're probably way more likely to go to more concerts if the tickets were like only $15 or $20, you know, like they were in the olden days.
Yes.
But like there's so much more to a concert than just a 10-second clip on Instagram. That's probably like the worst possible clip that they could have posted on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like I feel like to really get the full picture of a concert, you have to go to it, obviously. And there's some songs that'll be good. Some songs maybe they won't be as good live. Like it's also not just about how the artist sounds in one part of the concert. Like a concert is like so much more than just the vocals in one specific part of the show. Like it's also just about the stage design and just the feeling of like being in a big crowd supporting an artist, like hearing your favorite song live. Like there's gonna be parts that you don't like in a concert even with like your favorite artist. So
exactly. And sorry.
No, go ahead.
What I was gonna say is I think that what a lot of artists will do is they'll save one of their hits for like the end of the show, you know what I mean? Either if it's like an encore or just something like that, they'll do one of their more popular songs. But I think now I've seen people get clipped for the most viral songs, but because it's at the end of the show, maybe they're, you know, like a little bit worn out from singing and dancing for 2 hours. And so this is more of just like a fun vibe. It's a song that everybody knows. So maybe they're relying on the audience more to sing it.
Right. And so, because it's the most popular song, I feel like it's not always sung as seriously as the others because it's like, okay, we can all sing along to this. Like, you guys have heard this song so many times. I don't need to do it perfectly. Like, let's just all have a good time for the last song of the concert. And what annoys me so much is if an artist were to sing one of their most popular songs in the middle of the concert, I have seen people just like leave the concert after they hear the most popular song, like the Declan McKenna concert. After he performs Brazil, you'll see people start to leave. And it's crazy. Like, what were you even here for?
Yeah. And also, if an artist with their lead single or their most popular song from the album, they'll probably rehearse it 20 million times for a polished VMAs performance or something like that. But when it's their own headline show and now they have people in the audience who are more familiar with the deeper cuts or some of the newer songs and albums, they can actually put their energy towards that and then be a little bit more laid back and just like have fun with the audience for their more popular ones. Because it's like, okay, I did the televised version of this song and it was, you know, like we got through that. Now we can just enjoy it as a fun little bop, whatever. And so I can kind of speak about this firsthand because I feel like I've been on the other side of this recently because over the summer, I feel like I got so many concert clips and it'd make me like wonder if I wanted to see the artist live or not. But recently I saw Lorde in Austin and she was absolutely amazing. And it was the opening night of her ultrasound tour. And nobody
You're
knew what the
so
set list
lucky.
was. Yes, it was so good. Nobody knew what the set list was going to be or the stage or any of that. And so getting to watch that for the first time with everybody was super cool. And she had this part, I think it was during Supercut, where she brought out a treadmill and she was just like on the treadmill singing. And just watching the show as a whole, like it was just a fun little added element that she did. And I didn't really think anything of it other than being like, oh, this is cool. Like she's on a treadmill, like fun. But the next day I saw like just the clip of her on the treadmill on TikTok. And there were some comments that are like, what is she doing? Or like, oh, she's trying to be Taylor Swift, like rehearsing her songs on the treadmill. And it's like, if you watch the show, it wasn't like that at all. And it wasn't that deep. It was just a fun little moment. But it's like now, if anybody who's going or who lives in a city that's later on in the tour, now they might be like, oh, she's just on a treadmill the whole show. Like, why would I, like, she's just out of breath, not singing on a treadmill. Like, why would I get tickets? And I feel like it can actually hurt an artist. And even like Renee Rapp just started her tour and I'm already seeing so many TikToks hating on her outfits. I thought she looked fine. Or like there was one clip, it was Leave Me Alone. Do you know that song?
Yes, I love that song.
I love that song. And
I get that song stuck in my head like once a day.
Exactly. It's kind of a petty song, you know, it's like the label wants a single, like leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun, you know? So the attitude of the song is kind of like her rolling her eyes at people in her life trying to get her to like do stuff. And she's just like, no, leave me alone. And so I saw a clip of her performing it and she seemed very like bothered, but like in character, you know what I mean? Like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, now all the comments were saying, she has no stage presence. Where's her energy? She looks bored. Does she even want to be there? It's like,
oh my gosh, that's
like,
so annoying.
Read the lyrics of the song because she's gonna have to add another verse. It's like, they said I have no stage presence. Leave me alone, bitch. I'm trying to have fun.
Said I had no stage presence.
And my outfits really suck.
But I'm in character.
I wanna have fun. Yeah.
I just want to dance. I'm in character.
Wait, character. That has a fun little, guys. We're going to be joining the writing team.
I love that song. That's
It's
such a
so
good song.
So good, so good.
My ex walked in and my other ex with the...
Leave me alone, bitch. I want to have fun. Okay, before we get copyrighted or everybody leaves.
Yeah, because I sound just like her.
We just performed, so now everybody's clicking off and leaving the show.
Real. Yeah, no, that's like such a good point about like you got to watch the Lorde concert with a completely like untainted view of it. And that is true. Like it's definitely not exciting when you know going into a concert what's going to happen because it's not like so novel anymore. It's like, oh yeah, I saw thousands of clips on this already. And I remember when the Eras tour was happening, there were a bunch of Taylor Swift fans purposely not watching clips on Instagram before their show. Like they would like mute the word Taylor Swift or like just like scroll past if they see a clip. And so that way when they went to the concert, they had like a fully fresh view of it and they could be like fully in awe and surprised of like every set because that concert was very like the set design was like, so, you know, every song had a different thing going on and so many different outfits and things. So I can totally see why it's like desirable to go in with like knowing absolutely nothing because it's more of a surprise and like you're getting more of your money's worth out of it. Like when we're talking about like clipping just one part of an artist and then that way people think all the way of it, like I definitely see that with Addison Rae. Like people will see clips of as an Addison Rae fan, and as an acknowledger that like maybe her vocals probably aren't the best live. You know, like that doesn't change how much I like her. You know,
Right.
Like I don't know. Like to me, like her vocals aren't what I like the best about her. It's more just like the music
energy,
that
the
she
sound,
makes,
the production of it.
Exactly. So, but it does give people a perception of like a quick perception of like who this person is. If they don't know anything else about them, like that's how they view them now. Like for example, I'm gonna like, I don't know what the word is. I'm gonna admit that I could possibly be in the wrong. No, I'm not.
Okay.
But
okay.
I'm just saying, like, I only see bad clips of Benson Boone or clips of him doing backflips. So my perception of Benson Boone is that he's probably really bad and he only does backflips. However, I try to break past my initial perception of something like that. As a true music fan, I must, actually decide if I like someone or not by listening to their music. So I did listen to his album.
I did send you the Someone Like You cover, though. I'm not a Benson Boone fan or defender. I'm definitely more on the hater side, not to be a hater. But the Someone Like You cover by Adele, doing it in the original key, I respect that. But
right.
Yeah.
And I watched him on American Idol, and I liked him on American Idol for a few weeks. Like, I remember him being like, oh yeah, this is like cool. Like, I like this guy. But another person I want to talk about, this kind of strays a bit from the concert topic, but we can circle back pretty soon. I just want to get your opinion on like Somber, because everyone is hating on him and everyone's saying that him and Benson Boone are like in the same genre, and I just can't get behind that. I think Somber's music is great, and I think he's personally, in my opinion, think he's the best thing to happen to male pop music in the past 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 years. Like, I genuinely think his music is so good, and I don't think we should be putting him in the same boat as Benson Boone, personally.
Okay, I can definitely get behind a lot of Somber songs. I think I listened to the album in full. I feel like I remember doing that, and I remember really liking it, but I think the thing is, some people just aren't meant to be mainstream. Or I guess now a lot of record labels will see somebody's success and immediately think that they have to make this person mainstream and accessible to all. But it's like, the thing is, not everybody's going to enjoy that certain type of music. So then, like, when you try to make it appeal to the general public, you end up like drawing in like all these haters now and all of this criticism. But it's like, if you stick to the demographic that you want to attract, I feel like that's when you'll see the most success or like the most positive feedback.
I felt like his music is more like, I feel like his music is alternative sounding enough to where I feel like he makes more sense being in like the Conan Gray space, where you're like, or you could call it the Conan Gray area.
Oh wait, that's
like the gray
that's
area
funny. That's
of like, are you
humor.
of like, are you mainstream or are you indie? Because I think he truly is in the Conan Gray area of like, everyone knows who he is, but I can never see him being like the pop star. But maybe it's just because he's a little like scrawny indie looking boy. Like he's not like, I can think of the last male pop star we've had that's been like a male pop star. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I honestly feel the same way about Harry Styles. In that,
Harry Styles.
There's like the Conan Gray, even like role model, like kind of like not super pop but not fully alternative. But I think that when we try to make them, when we put them into more of this like very, very pop box, I feel like that's when you kind of draw in a lot of haters, because it's not what people are looking for. Like Somber, it's not male Sabrina Carpenter. Benson Boone is not male Sabrina Carpenter. Just in terms of like what they bring to the music industry. Not that their contributions are not impactful, but it's just not that same pop star level. And I think that with adding in the backflips and stuff like that, that's trying to do that. And that's why it's like not fully working, because it doesn't feel super natural. I mean, of course, like the fact that you can do a backflip is cool, and doing it off of a piano, like, yes, that's cool. But obviously you don't want to be like a one-trick pony or whatever. Or
right, exactly. That's what it is. It's like I just see it in every video of him. So I'm like, does this have to be in every video of Benson Boone? Like, does he do anything else?
Yes. Okay, kind of going back to the Taylor Swift thing that you were saying earlier, one thing that I kind of had thought about is I get it can be a lot of fun for fans to track which outfit she wears and how she rotates her wardrobe and stuff like that. But also with other things, it's like, if you're eliminating every single surprise song that's already been done and trying to do the math and map out which one is next, it's not even a surprise song anymore. You know, like if you're predicting what she's playing, it's like, you might as well just call it like a wild card song or something like that. Like there's no surprise element to it. And I feel like if you just go into it
That's so true.
blindly, you're just going to enjoy it more as opposed to trying, I don't know. Like I think that as consumers, I feel like people have almost tried to like go behind the scenes too much. And I do think that pop stars should be authentic and stuff like that, but I feel like there is some stuff that should be left to the artist and like their artistry, you know, like switching out which songs they do, their wardrobe. Like there are people that do hair and makeup that do like stylists and stuff like that map out what an artist is doing, and it's almost just like let them do their job as opposed to commenting on stuff that you don't
I feel
know
like
a lot about. I don't know.
I feel like it's partly due to Taylor Swift being an Easter egg user. Is like, I think she, you know, like I totally think it's fun to do like Easter eggs. Like, but as soon as she announced it, that like years ago when she was like, these are Easter eggs, ever since that's become a thing, it's like people all that they do is overanalyze everything she's gonna do. And like, while that's fun, like, why can't we just like take a step back, go about our daily lives, and then when she announces something, be like super excited? Why do we have to like have predicted it ahead of time?
Yeah, like there's just little things that I think that people comment on that, and I get that you don't have to fully know about something to decide whether you enjoy it or not. But even this is such a small little thing, but I saw this TikTok comment section that was like, oh, I fixed the drums in this one Ariana Grande song. I think it was Dandelion. It was like one of like the deluxe Eternal Sunshine songs. And somebody was like, I knew the drums were off, but really they were just syncopated. And so it wasn't like 4/4 common time. I don't know if this is actually fully the case, but this is like
okay, music theory.
Oh no, I don't have the right to see. I don't have the right to like comment fully on music
But
theory
really,
because
they were syncopated.
No, but like I think there was something with the drums that it wasn't your typical basic drum beat in a pop song, and then suddenly you feel being like, there's something off about it. Let me fix it. And I don't know. I think that it's okay to listen to something and not like it, but I feel like people are so quick to criticize people doing their jobs.
Right.
And like that being said, you can look at an outfit and know nothing about fashion and still be like, I hate it. Like you have every right to do that. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And nobody's like forcing you to like it. But also like, I don't know, Renee Rapp has stylists and stuff that are, I don't know, trying to come up with something
like there's
that
so many,
her,
there's
like,
right. Like there's so many people that go into the production of a concert behind the scenes that you can't just blame something that you don't like in the concert about, you can't blame the artist themselves on that decision. Like obviously they're the final decision maker. Like they're not going to do anything that they don't approve of. But like all of these people are working together to create this stage performance. And so like you can't just blame like Renee Rapp on her outfit. But
yeah,
she obviously likes her outfit if she's wearing it too. So like I don't know. It's just the shorter content gets, the more negative people get.
Right.
Because the less people see and the less they understand what went on behind the scenes.
Yeah. People have every right to not like something or to criticize it, but I feel like recently people have just overstepped a little bit or not showing an ounce of, not grace, but just being so quick to judge and not look at the bigger picture or try to understand that maybe these stylists, they have a vision in mind. They like this piece connect or relates to what she's performing by some sort of reason, whatever. Well, I don't know. People are just so quick to judge things. I'm like now struggling. I was like, where was I going with that?
Well, but was there something, what were we talking about earlier before we started recording?
Yes.
Did you write something down?
I did. So in our first concert culture episode, we talked a lot about people feeling like they deserve barricade or being like a big enough fan or gatekeeping the artist and being like, you don't deserve to be front row because of this. And this has completely blown up even more because especially with Ariana Grande tickets, which guys, I get it. There's a high demand. I saw her in 2019 and she was amazing. Like I get the appeal of wanting to see Ariana Grande, but for people that, you know, were in the pre-sale and did get good seats and all of that, like it's normal to be jealous or be like, oh, I wish that was me. But to go through somebody's page and try to see like, oh, are you a true fan? Have you listened to her enough? Do you know this, and this about her career? And like, that's supposed to mean that they're worthy for that seat. It's like, lay off.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, if they spent the money and got the ticket, they have every right to be there. Even like, I saw the Michaela girl on TikTok, whatever, she got front row and people were like, this is what she said about Ariana Grande or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it is kind of funny to be like, damn, like there are people that are making comments like this and beating me to the tickets. Like, yeah, it sucks. But at the end of the day, they paid the money. There's nothing more to say.
Like, obviously, if you absolutely hate the artist and you get a ticket to go like hate watch them, like then, you know, that makes a little bit of sense. Like, why are you wasting your time doing that? Like, give the ticket to someone who is really going to enjoy it. Yeah. But like, once you get into the judging, like how long you've been a fan, or like how many songs you know, or like how much merch you have, it's like the concerts were free, like first come, first serve. The concert tickets were first come, first serve. So like, you can't compete with people on that. The one thing I will say is that like there are levels of like concert etiquette, you know, like I said, if you are going to hate watch, maybe just don't get a ticket and give it to someone else. Yeah. And also like people who are only going to a concert to get a cool video on Barricade, maybe they want to get like a really close-up video of Lorde on her first night, opening night of the concert, but they're not actually really a Lorde fan and they just want to get that viral video. Like, yeah, maybe that's not the best motive. I mean, you still deserve the right to buy the ticket because it's a free, it's free first come, first serve, you know, but etiquette, you know. And like, there have been some artists recently that have been doing no phones allowed concerts. Who has this been? I'm not sure. I need to look it up.
I don't know, but I've been trying to take less and less videos every time I go to a concert because I never rewatch them. And even if I do, I don't know, like concerts are really just like, you really do have to be present, because I feel like there's also sometimes too where I'll take a video and I'll rewatch it and I was like, I don't remember them sounding like that. Not that they sound bad, but of course sound mixing is a whole thing, and the whole like balance of the instruments and the vocals and how that is displayed in an arena for you to enjoy the show to the fullest, you know, like that's a whole art and career within itself. So then when you're on TikTok and you just have people recording, people singing in like a whole arena, and I feel like it's just different, and then people being so quick to judge when it's like you're not there, like you're not in a stadium. And so just seeing it through the lens of an iPhone in section 200 or something, you're not getting the full experience. And so like, it's okay to watch videos of a concert, of course, but I think it just comes down to people being so quick to judge. And I know that a lot of times people don't have the most negative intentions. Like they're more just like commenting on what they see. They're like, okay, I'm watching this video of this concert. This is how I interpret it. I'm going to comment on it. That's fine. But people take it so far sometimes that it's really draining to read and just makes me want to like delete my phone and just like go to a concert and leave my phone at home.
Yeah. So this is saying that Bruno Mars and Alicia Keys have both banned phones from their concert, and their services that like I went to a John Mulaney show a few years ago, and he did a no phone thing so that you couldn't film it and then like spoil his jokes basically. So like you basically walk into the arena and they give you a pouch and they lock the pouch. And you have to go to a security person to get them to unlock the pouch. So it's basically like you keep your phone on you and it's in a pouch. You just can't open it up. So like if you think there's going to be an emergency, obviously you can go get it opened. But like, yeah. But it says Bruno Mars and Alicia Keys have both done this. And then this says that Sabrina Carpenter attended a no-phone concert and found the experience significantly improved, leading her to consider implementing the policy for her own shows. Which would be interesting, someone that big and current and like with our age group doing that, because that would be so interesting to see what people would say about that.
Yeah. And I think also it's almost like people have become not Karens, but when you're paying so much money for a concert, it's like you almost have this like internalized, not anger towards the artist, but you're going somewhere and you're like, okay, I spent $200 on this ticket. That's like this many paychecks for me, or like the worth this much for me. So I need to enjoy it. And so the entire night you're kind of just thinking like, is it living up to that? Was it worth it? You know? And so now you have all this added pressure and sometimes guilt too, that you're not able to be present at the concert, or maybe you'll be like more nitpicky or something. But yeah, I also do understand people expecting a certain level of professionalism, you know? Obviously you want the artist to like prioritize their well-being and stuff, but I do get if people are frustrated if they drive 8 hours and then suddenly the artist cancel right before. Like I understand people being frustrated by that, but I don't know, sometimes too like situations out of their control. Now it's like people are projecting all of their anger onto the artists themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like it's just so draining for people to watch.
Yeah, like if you put yourself in the artist's shoes, like I have seen this a lot more recently. I think it's become more, what's the word, accepted for an artist to cancel a show if they need to for their like health or mental well-being. Like Chappell Roan, I think, was slightly a pioneer of all this.
Lola Young collapsed.
Yes, that's what I was gonna bring up. That's exactly what I was leading to. So Lola Young, like, she fainted on stage, and so then she just dropped out of the All Things Go music festival because I think she's just like overwhelmed and, you know, needs to like take a break and like probably have some electrolytes and stuff.
Yeah.
So like it's obviously super frustrating. Like if I was going to that show for Lola Young, I would be really sad and frustrated because it's like you like the artist, you want to see them. It's probably something you've been looking forward to for so long. But if you put yourself in the artist's shoes of like, they're doing this almost every day. Like, imagine if you were having to go on stage every day and one day you felt just so sick. Like, obviously, you would want people to be understanding if you had to drop out for a day because that probably is such a difficult decision to make. Like, imagine having to make that decision. Like, am I going to take a sick day or am I going to go perform on stage? And if I take a sick day, like all these people are going to be disappointed. Like that would be such a hard decision to make.
Yeah.
So it'd be much easier of a decision to make if it was more if the fans were more understanding about it.
Yeah. And also vocal health is such a real thing. And I'm so glad that, like, I think Lady Gaga canceled a show recently. And, you know, I think it is so important to realize that in the moment, it's super hard to feel like you're letting down all these people. But you know, it's just canceling one show as opposed to having long-term vocal damage and then having to never being able to tour again. You know what I mean? Like that is so heartbreaking. Yeah. And like her voice is part of how she creates art and stuff like that. So it really is an instrument and like should be like viewed as sacred. You know what I mean? Like she shouldn't be pushing like vocally if like she's touring.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you don't, or if an artist has to like take down like a song, like change the key of it to make it less vocally straining. Like I feel like I'm totally here for that. And I feel like that should be normalized. And it doesn't mean that like, oh, well, if you can't sing it in the original key, then you're untalented, you're not a vocalist, and why would you even tour? It's like an artist has a right to perform and share their art live, but I don't know. Like now you're holding them to all these standards. It's like if you're so like well-versed about this and care so much, like go on your own tour. Like not to be one of those person that's like do it yourself, but like I don't know, I'm just trying to think if okay, this actually did happen. So in 2022 I had tickets to a Lizzo concert and I had like the flu or like some sort of long-term illness for literally 2 weeks, and so I couldn't go to the show and I was literally so bummed about it. But it's like there's nothing I can do. So I'm just trying to like remind myself that every time an artist has to cancel that like, okay, I've experienced that, but the other way around as, okay, now I can't go to the show and I'm really sad, but there literally is nothing I can do. And so projecting all of your anger onto the artist, like it's okay to be disappointed about the situation, but projecting that onto the artist literally helps nobody.
Yeah, agreed. I think the moral of this episode is just like like calm down and don't be angry about everything and look at the bigger picture.
Yes. I think that my major takeaway is that it's okay to go to a concert and reflect on, okay, I didn't love this moment, or this song wasn't my favorite, or production wise, it could have been improved like that. You're allowed to have those opinions, and that's totally okay. And, you know, no artist is above criticism, even if it's like Beyonce or something, who is one of the greatest performers. Like, okay, that could be controversial, but she is absolutely amazing and vocally like great. But that doesn't mean that there's not an aspect of the show that maybe you didn't vibe with or something like that. But you don't have to then project that onto, you know, the artist or touring in general, or be like, oh, people are just so lazy nowadays and stuff. It's like, I don't know, just be like nice to people and like considerate. And just like, I think because we're now so glued to our phones, as I'm sounding annoying, but because we're spending the whole show recording and stuff, we're so removed from the present moment that then it's hard to enjoy the show. So now you have nothing to do but be nitpicky or negative. So guys, be positive, be present.
Yes. So true. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say? I feel like that was a good...
I don't know. I feel like I'm like overly opinionated and was on my soapbox a lot today, but
no, it was good. I'm kind of like a bit tired today, so I enjoyed being more of a listener in this episode.
I know, I feel like I yapped so much, but I feel like we had good conversation. And if you guys have any thoughts on this, don't hesitate to let us know in the comments on YouTube or the comments on Spotify, because that exists now, or you can DM us, put in the comment section of our Instagram post. Moral of the story, tell us how you feel about this topic. We'd love to hear, because I feel like everyone experiences concerts differently, which is another point of this episode. So yeah, let us know your favorite concerts. If you have any upcoming ones, what your thoughts on concert culture are. How
et cetera.
Have you sold your organs yet to go see an artist? Because it's getting to that point.
Very true. Very true.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening, and we post every Tuesday, so we'll see you next week with another telepathy episode.
Indeed.
Thanks for listening.
Follow us on Instagram at the Telepathy Pod for more updates and fun snippets, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.